to finish the job at a later time. Now, I commend them for going inside because it is so warm.
Yeah, and you got to keep in mind, because when we give these recorded highs and heat index values, these are done in the shade.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep in mind when you're exposed to that summer sun and that dreadful humidity, it's going to be a good 10 to 15 degrees warmer.
I was outside not in the shade, and I felt every degree of it today.
Every ray of that sun.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was something else today. You know, it's kind of interesting as we go ahead and take a look at our live shot, taking a look at the bridge. All good across the board. You know, this is what we're going to start our fourth heat wave of the year. Maybe the last. Hopefully it will be the last.
Hopefully the last.
Yeah. This is our fourth one. We've actually had 3 in the past. The longest stretch of this heat wave actually took place back in late May going to June. 7 straight days of temperatures 90 or better. The most recent one was actually just about late July when we had 5 straight days of temperatures 90 or better. When it comes to this stretch, I still think we're going to have 5 straight days of temperatures 90 or better. We have that today. Well, I'll drop it down maybe 1 degree come tomorrow, and then the core of this heat is still on track for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And keep in mind, these are air temperatures, not the heat index values. They may be averaging around 115 by the time we get to that period. Current temperatures look like this. Still noticing in many of our hometowns 90 or better for temperatures from Sterling Rock Falls to around Aledo, Galesburg, Muscatine, you're at 91. Clinton, you're matching that same temperature as well. Geneseo, Kewaunee, home of the Boilermakers and Flying Geese, and also around 92 degrees. Current feels like temperatures, that heat index value, and you can see those numbers well above 100 degrees. Not too sure about that heat index value around 116, but that's toasty enough for this time of year. Of course, those temperatures could have climbed maybe a couple of degrees or so higher, but you notice we did see some instability clouds that did pop up during the afternoon hours, now fading away as we're kind of losing some of that sun angle and some of that daylight heating, but that didn't stop our temperature, especially when it came to the humidity. The core of that area of hot air is still located just off to our south and west, and look at the main storm track, still well west and veering well north. That is not going to change, folks, as we go through the next several days. Plenty of heat alerts out across the nation's midsection, including our neck of the woods. We do have not only the excessive heat warning going on, but also the heat advisory that we have, especially north of Highway 30. And once again, we're talking about a range with those heat index readings between 100 to 110 degrees. As we get to later this week, though, I think we're going to be seeing those numbers average around 115. Now, right now, the excessive heat warning goes until Wednesday, but that could very likely extend into Thursday. And on heat advisory, that should be ending tonight, may be replaced by a excessive heat watch. So we'll see how that all turns out. Take a look at our future track. There's the boundary that we see here that really didn't show much action at all, but it will swing our winds a bit more out of east, and this is where I see our temperatures, being warm tonight with lows in the 70s, but our daytime highs tomorrow may literally be a degree or two cooler compared to today, with temperatures for the most part averaging around 90 degrees. Still, when you factor in that humidity, it's still going to be quite oppressive with those numbers on average around 100 degrees. Wow, but those heat index values really skyrocket in the days ahead. Pretty quiet weather too. I'll tell you how long that's going to last right after this.
Did your home suffer storm damage? A-Plus Roofing and Siding can help. We're a locally owned and trusted company located for over 20 years in the Quad Cities. We have locations in Moline and off 74 in Bettendorf to better assist your needs. We're an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor and offer lifetime warranties so you never have to worry about your roof again. Call A-Plus Roofing and Siding today for your free assessment. Go local and call us today.
Currently at the airport, 92 degrees. That's been the high so far, but it feels like 104 degrees.
Yeah, it does.
Wow. It's going to be a warm night under a few clouds, 72 for the overnight low. Then come tomorrow, looking at 91 for the daytime high, but those feels like temperatures for the most part will be averaging around 100. Not much breeze either. It's going to be fairly light indeed. When will this all end? Well, still on track to seeing those numbers drop by the time we get to Friday, even more so as we get to the following weekend with those highs dropping in the more comfortable lower 80s. Boy, I'm looking forward to that. I think a lot of us will as well.
Absolutely. Good time to get out on the golf course on the weekend.
Oh,
rather than during the
yes. I'm glad I played golf yesterday and not so much today. Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Jane.
Yep.